Carlos.
Merrick.
Janet.
Larry.
Hi, I'm Thomas de Bonville, and this is my call to action speech. How would you feel if your race was having team sports being very racist towards your race, and their mascots are being racist toward your race? This is happening all over the country with the Native Americans and sports teams like the Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Indians. The Washington Redskins owner does not want to change his name. So through this speech, we're going to look at what is going on with these mascots and what needs to happen to change all of this. So in 2009, from a source, I found there's 2,129 teams that reference some sort of Native American mascot in their logo. Braves, Chiefs, Chinooks, any of that stuff. And this can be a problem. There are a bunch of people who are protesting these names and trying to change it up so that they are not being racist towards Native Americans. Even Barack Obama, when in an interview, was questioned about it, and he said if he was the team's owner, he would consider even changing the Washington Redskins team's name. So in the dictionary for Redskins, the term, it is usually offensive to American Indians. And so back in the day where it originated from, they had people go out and kill as many Native Americans as they can. And so when they would come back to make sure they know how many they killed, they would scalp their heads and bring them back, and that is where the Redskins came from. And now today it is still being used, as Norbert S. Hill Jr. from Wisconsin was called the R word during a football game. He's quoted, "I remember tackling a conference top player for 2 yards loss, and he called me a dirty effing Redskin," which is pretty crazy to hear nowadays. And Native American culture, the eagle is very sacred. For the Washington Redskins, their mascot is Chief Z, and he is seen worn eagle's feathers. And so if you in their culture, if you wear eagle feathers, then you are not allowed to touch the ground, or they'll have a ceremony so that to help bring you up. And so, and during one of the games against the Cowboys, he is wrestling on the ground with the Cowboys mascot, which is very disrespectful to the Native Americans culture. A lot of people are bothered by these teams' names, and also there are a lot that aren't. Like the Redskin fans, they say it's harmless and it has nothing to do with Native Americans and being racist. But this can count towards the desensitization of the hatred, racism, and discrimination by our society towards Native Americans. Most Americans are brought up celebrating Columbus Day and Christopher Columbus, saying that he's a hero. However, it is seen that he killed, raped, and enslaved many Native Americans throughout their time. So one way we can do, so then American Indians are more likely to experience at the hands of another race, which is pretty crazy to learn about because a lot of people think it would be another race. In 2005, the NCAA established a policy to remove all harmful Indian mascots. So that really helped out, and as through the help in 2009, there's 2,000 Indian references in teams. Now there are only 1,000 today, which is pretty crazy that it's dropped 1,000, but it still needs to drop more, which would be very helpful. And kind of close to hit home, in April of 2016, Colorado officials and tribal leaders urge public schools to eliminate Native American mascots. This was created by John Hickenlooper, and it was to address the important issue of Native American representation in the state's schools. So one way that we can help this problem is to go to a website called changethemascot.org, and this website will take you through a bunch of different places to help and look at other things. In the top right corner, there's a take action link, and you can click on that and it'll show you a bunch of different ways to help take action against the Washington Redskins. However, that is only one team name. Other teams' names, you can go out there and you can talk to the team online through their social media. One of the way this was accomplished was my summer team, Swift Current Indians. They were brought up in a discussion with a bunch of people through Twitter, and through the end of the year, they decided they wanted to change the name just because of respect towards the people who were protesting it. And so then the board members, the owners, they all came in and decided to change the name, and then they changed it to the Swift Current 57s for the 57 years of the baseball that they played. So that is one way to help, another way to help out and change teams' names. There's also a way to contact the tribe leaders or tribes and see if they are honored by the teams or not, or if it's very offensive. For example, the Florida State University is called the Seminoles, and there's a tribe, the Seminoles, who actually really do support their team, and they maintain a really good friendly relationship. So some teams might be honored for the mascot, but then there's also the Redskins, which is a very racist term. So what I hope will happen is a lot of people will stand up to this and help out and do a bunch of different things to help change the team names for a lot of teams. And so then this could help end the racist team names, and then hopefully help decrease racism throughout the United States towards Native Americans. So in the end, this would be really great for you guys to help out. Go on the websites, talk online to teams on social media, connect to tribes and see what they think about the team names and all that. And so then hopefully we can help in this problem. Thank you very much for listening.
All right.